I got your trade alert on MicroStrategy versus Bitcoin using ArbCloud, as this indicator gives buy-sell alerts for trading pairs. What's the difference between ArbCloud and PTOS? Confused, looking for an answer? To subscribe to the right tool. So for those who don't know, ArbCloud is exactly what it says, and PTOS is pair trading on steroids. It's kind of like a brainchild I've had for over a quarter of a century, and now we have the ability to do it. So first of all, ArbCloud is really for Bitcoin proxies. It involves a strategy that involves buying an asset in one market or in the same market and selling it in another market for a profit. That's basically arbitrage. Now, in the case of, say, Bitcoin and MicroStrategy, the arbitrage opportunity arises because the price of Bitcoin is not always the same as the value of MicroStrategy's Bitcoin holdings or their intrinsic value. So a simple example, a crude example, of course, the model takes into a lot more other elements, but imagine Bitcoin is trading at 30,000 per coin and MicroStrategy is 100,000 Bitcoins. The value of their Bitcoin holdings would be, say, $3 billion. But if the stock, MicroStrategy stock, is trading at $200 per share, that's where you see the opportunity. So you sell one, like Bitcoin, and you buy MicroStrategy because it's undervalued. And the corollary is also true. And that's why I built the ArbCloud, because it tells you when one is cheaper than the other. So here, this is kind of the ArbCloud. You basically, when you're under the ArbCloud, you sell Bitcoin for MicroStrategy because MicroStrategy is cheaper than it should be. And when you're above the cloud, you sell MicroStrategy back into Bitcoin. And this has been working like clockwork for quite some time. And it's a fun tool, really easy to use. And if you like those assets and you have an exchange that has them both, it's even more fun. Pair trading on steroids is very different, however. It's specifically designed for both option and non-option traders. And basically, it's designed to help you hedge your portfolio with inversely correlated assets. I can't stress that enough. This is basically pair trading things that are completely inversely correlated, like the QQQ for NASDAQ and the PSQ, which is the short version of QQQ, or Tesla and TESLAC, etc. And there's tons of other stuff as well in crypto. And the beauty of this is if you can use the model correctly, watch basic things like the trends, you can play both sides of the trade. It means you can go long and short at the same time. If you are at a rock bottom floor, that means you go long, the long version, and you go short, the other version, etc. So this is basically how it works. You can see the UI is a bit different. The bottom is the model that does the calculations. The top is the graph line that throws your buy and sell signals. So for example, this is, just for giggles, I threw in there Sol 3x long and versus Sol 3x short, telling you, and I used this very recently, actually, in fact, this week, but the red flag tells you to go short Solana. Okay, and you can do that by ditching your long position and buying the Sol 3x short. And then you ride it down, you follow the trend, okay? The trend here is your friend, so as long as you see orange, you stay in that trade. And then when the trend flips, or where you get the little go long green flag, that means buy. Then you get rid of your Sol 3x short and you go long. And you can also do this with options, and works for any asset, gold miners, price of oil, etc. So that's the difference between two. This is a bit more of a sophisticated tool. The ArbCloud is a little bit easier to use because you're just thinking in two dimensions, but this is kind of multi-dimensional.